Alrighty, good weekend to you, at least for me. It's been a while since I've worked out. And today I've been kind of running around, catching up on things that I haven't done for the last 2 weeks or so. So today the plan is floor fly for chest, and then reverse fly for back, and then Bulgarian. Oh, it's supposed to be Bulgarians, but to be honest with you, I'll probably just stick with the basic split squat to kind of ease myself back into working out. It's been kind of an emotional week. I ended up having to put my cat down, so I lost a friend of almost 18 years. So it's taken me some time to come back to this, to want to come back. So I had to grieve, and I'm still grieving, as you can tell. But I can at least start with something. The weather's gotten warmer, so the room I'm working out in has also gotten warmer, so we'll see how I do today. Yeah, so that's kind of that. So my request is that if you do have some furry friends, whether you call them friends or animals or pets or your fur babies, all that, just give them a little more love today, tomorrow, for the rest of time, just because you're never ready, and it's always too soon. So that being said, let's get it started. I've already walked today, and I've swept them up the floor. I'm already over 10,000 steps. So this is kind of I'm relatively tired already. So we'll see how we do. Might be kind of a go through the motions workout rather than an actual workout, but these things happen. So I'll probably do reverse fly, the split squats, adjust the camera down, and then do floor fly. There's about 20 reps. Doesn't feel bad. A little burn, but nothing awful. Yeah, so hopefully I can get back into a routine today or this week. Get back in the gym. I've contemplated cutting out deadlift with straps and just focusing on trying to nail my deadlift technique down in order to keep progressing. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Weight wise, I'm down somewhere between 1 to 2 pounds despite the event. So calorie cutting is working, and I just had to find my way. Yeah, when I was out with my fiance this morning walking with her, it reminded me of a show because I mentioned how I had a tendency to roll my ankle when I was trying to make way for someone coming towards me, and invariably I'd kind of step off the grass that section between the grass and the cement and just kind of twist my foot and just be like, ah. And then my foot would be sore for like a week or two or whatever. And she was like, oh, so, how can I do that without walking on grass? And it just reminded me of, the functional movement systems thing where sometimes was that people don't get the chance as much anymore to experience movement. So when suddenly there is a movement demanded of them, they are not ready, and injury, pain, fear, that kind of deal. We'll continue in a second. So as a therapist, I've been getting frustrated, or I'll go through waves of just like, oh my God, why can't you move better? Like, have you never done this before? And I have to take a couple steps back because no, they might not have, or they haven't done it in such a long time that they've forgotten. And so there's some days where it's like, I have to retrain movement, or I have to literally train movement because it's never been done before. So from a big perspective, it's just like, admittedly, the pandemic screwed up a lot of things for a lot of people in a lot of ways. But this has been like an issue for at least 2 or 3 decades at this point, where our waistlines are getting bigger, portions are getting bigger, gym memberships are getting more expensive, and we're just generally less healthy. So something has to change. I get, most of the views that I get on this are myself watching myself at work. And that's fine, because I'm one of the hundreds, if not thousands, of people doing the exact same thing, trying to inspire people to move in a better setting. I'm not there. But I feel like this kind of thing is now accessible to a point in terms of you can go on a YouTube, type out workout, and you'll get something. We'll continue that thought in just a second. We'll do this fourth set first. So at this point, I feel like it's not so much an accessibility issue in terms of having the resources. The resource is there for you to take charge of your life, right? But it's inaccessible for a number of reasons. One, biggest one is time. If you're the type of person who has to work, I'll go with, my dad's old work schedule. Get up at 6, leave the house by 6:30, be on the bus by 7, and hope that you're in work by 9, because he had to commute to DC. And then again, you work from till 5:30, maybe later, right? If you have to catch up on work, you catch the bus home, sit in traffic for 2 hours, and then you still have to drive home after getting off the bus. So you're getting home anywhere between potentially 7:30 and 8:30. So you've been out of the house, or you've been in some way, shape, or form getting ready for work between 6 and 8:30. That's 14 plus hours of your day. So that means you have 2 hours to eat, wash up, get yourself ready for the next day, and then maybe relax. If you don't have other people you have to take care of. Kids. Or animals, right? Maybe the dog needs a walk, right? And again, maybe you're just like, well, I gotta be in bed in 10 minutes, so out into the yard you go. Maybe you play with them for a couple of minutes and then that's it. Is that better than nothing? Sure, but you know, we could do more. All right, split squats, here we go. So time. Another factor to go with is space. If you're a family unit, we'll say mom, dad, 2 kids, living in an apartment, so a 3-bedroom apartment, space is limited, right? So where do you go where you can work out semi-privately in order to improve your health? Oof. Oh. Right, or where do you have space to store the equipment that you go to work out with? If you're relying on the weather outside being good, regardless of whether it's warm or cold, you probably don't want to work out in the rain or the snow. So, and a third factor could just be, again, the finances, that this equipment isn't cheap. And body weight is fine, but it can get kind of boring sometimes. So, yeah. That's where overall it's just a, I'll say a societal issue, not just here in the States, but likely everywhere, where it's less expensive to potentially get fast food for a family of 4 than it is to buy groceries for the week for a family of 4. Is it healthy? No. Will the kids eat it? Absolutely. So, yeah. I'm probably just gonna do one more set of these because my legs are pretty tired from the amount of stuff I've already done today with them. 3, 4, 7, 8, 10. But yeah, yeah, I just admittedly I'm going through a little bit of a depressive grieving phase, so I might be getting a little more easily frustrated, but like, I'm sure that somebody said it that like something about like how a man with health has wealth, a man with wealth but not health is not wealth at all, something like that. But I'm just, like I said, relatively tired of just seeing people not having had the same chances to move that I did, and feeling like I should be able to provide them with opportunities that I can't at this time. So we'll go from there. All right, let's because my quads are on fire. Five, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Alrighty. Last thing we got is flies. We'll see how long that takes. But I'm tired and apparently need to get a new thing here. I have to modify it at some point. All right. All right. Oh, let's see here. Let's see here. Four, 6, 13, 14, and 15. say, I'm pretty kaput. Pretty tired. 20 minutes, barely. Probably closer to 15 with the amount of talking I did today in terms of actual working out. But yeah, I'm calling it. And I don't know. I think I'll say if there's some days you're not feeling it, doing one thing, half of another, and 10% of another, still better than nothing, I suppose. So the hurt will heal in time for me, I hope, knowing that someone out there has gone through it, will go through it, or is going through it with me, like me right now. It takes time, and you are allowed to have that time, but also allow yourself to move forward or return to some things, because there is still more out there for you, like there is for me. So keep working hard. If you did what I did, well, maybe you deserved to kind of cut it short today. If you did your own thing, great. If you're just starting and you're looking for some realism in this fitness, social media influencer landscape, here I am. But regardless, keep working hard. Let's try and make ourselves just a little bit better every day. All right? Till next time.